Good morning, it is Monday and welcome to a new weekly reading vlog. I'm just been getting ready to go out to see Vicky, Bobby and Vicky's parents. We're meeting at the garden centre for something to eat and I'm passing over Vicky's borrowing a camp bed for Bella Drum, so yeah, they're just making a bit of a, not a day of it, like they're not staying here all day, but like making a bit of a morning of it, afternoon of it, whatever. So they'll be, they left about 10 o'clock, so they should be here soonish, like another half an hour or so. We're meeting at 11, basically, is what I'm saying. So yeah, I just thought I'd pop on and start this vlog before I head out. He was just staring at me like I'm a weirdo. He's not going to be happy because he's getting the cone. He is going to be getting the cone when I leave the house because he cannot be trusted. I left the cone off to go to the doctor's the other day, to go to the nurse, change my dress in, and I checked the cameras and sure enough there he was chewing his leg like a coyote. So it'll be cone for him. Honestly, I can't wait until we finally get this. There's only like, it's only really his leg that's still got the dry, itchy, horrible skin on it. So here's hoping we're almost finished with it. Starting point, can you see this here? Hamish decided to lick my book. Like full on, just went, thanks. Thanks so much. So this is The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu? Yeah, Wesley Chu. And this is a Magnus and Alex story that is set during City of Fallen Angels, when they're in Paris. So I am just over halfway through. I'm using my Alex bookmark. I think I've got my Magnus in the Lost Book of the White. So this is what I'm starting. This is my starting point of the month. I also have to read I just said it, the Lost Book of the White. I have Glass Sword, Father Material, The River She Became, The Midnight Train, and Devour Me still to read. So since this is the last full week of the month, I'm going to want to get through as much as I can. I do have a call tomorrow, like a support call thing tomorrow at 1:30, and then so I don't know how long that's going to be. I also have, obviously today I'm going out to see Vicky and Bobby. Call tomorrow. Thursday is a busy day. It is my sister's birthday. It is dress and change day because she asked me to come on Thursday instead of Friday, and it is also hairdresser day. So I need to get myself, I also need to go to the gym somewhere inside, like in that, and yeah, getting as much read as I can. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready to head off. I just really need to put my shoes on and put his cone on and then head along. So I will speak to you later. Hello, it is technically Wednesday, but we're counting it as Tuesday because, you know, time wise, I've not gone to bed yet. But yes, I have started the Lost Book of the White and I am now 190 pages in. Can we flatten out? There we go. I'm over halfway and I'm gonna tap out and go to bed because I am absolutely shattered. I'm really struggling, so it's bedtime. It's after 1 a.m. I should really be in bed. I should really be in bed, but tomorrow we're gonna finish it. I can't remember if I said I finished. So I finished The Red Scrolls of Magic and now I've moved on to The Lost Book of the White, which is book 2 in the Eldest Curses. I have no memory of reading this. Like, I know I've read it, or apparently I've read it. I've logged it, but I have zero memory of anything that happens in here. I remember things that happened in this, but I have zero memory of what happened in this. I have no idea what's going on, but like I just don't remember anything. I don't. And again, I'm reading and I'm understanding more than I did the first time, which is, you know, standard. But like, I can't get over how much I forgot. That's absolutely it. It's honestly like I've never read. It's like well, there's certain things that I do that are like familiar, but I just generally couldn't tell you. But it was released in 2020. I think I read it when I got it. Like, that's 6 years. And yeah, obviously, like, I must have just not taken it in properly. Or I've not read it and I logged it like I'd read it and forgot. So, I don't know. But like I say, things are familiar. So I'm not entirely sure. But it is bedtime. I have so much to read still. I've still got, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 books here. And then I've got an arc as well that I need to read. Which has always been on this month's TBR. But the book doesn't get released. It's Devour Me by Emily Rath. The book release date isn't until the 30th of the month. Which, if I'd realised it was the last day of the month, I probably would have put it in August's TBR, not July. But I then got accepted for an arc of it, so that kind of solves my problem there, doesn't it? So hopefully I'll get to it. The coin has said one more chapter a couple of times. It's saying one more chapter. We need a bed. There we go. Go to bed. It is go to bed time. But yes, I need to read like 200 and it's somewhere in the region of like 230 pages per day to complete my TBR. So I need to be getting on that. I need to be locking in. I love how I went from a month where I read like something like stupid like 20 books with like over 9,004 pages, I believe. And now I'm like struggling to read, given I've got like, I think I had like 15 or something books, but like nearly 7,000 pages. I'm like struggling after flying through last month. But that's just the way it goes, I suppose. Like, you have, you know, good months and bad months. And this isn't even a bad month, but like, obviously, June was like an amazing month. And then this month is just, it's been a bit busier. We've had a sick chicken. It's been busier. Right, anyway, I'm going to bed because I'm just talking nonsense. Hello, good morning. I look like crap. I feel like crap. We're doing great. My hair is not. It got thrown up. I can't with it touch me right now. I woke up this morning to my throat feeling like someone had run sandpaper over it. So that was fun. My sinuses feel stuffy. And yeah, so I feel like I might be coming down with something. Hopefully it's a quick thing, but like my throat hurts. Every time I drink something, it like stings. It's horrible. There's some kind of insect that's been like trying to get in the house. It's like this little, almost looks like a really skinny wasp, but it keeps like, it's like at the window constantly, and I'm like, why? Anyway, I only came on to open this. I'll tell you. I don't know if I said last night. I got up to page like 190 maybe exactly. Yeah, page 190 of this last night. So hopefully I can get a good chunk of that read today. I don't actually know what this is. I'm not entirely sure what this is. So let's check. That just sums up how I think my day is going to be. Oh, at least I don't need to do anything because everything's been done. So it's fine. Okay. So it's a hardback. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. So this is Harbour of Hungry Ghosts by Eliza Chan. I do remember that I ordered this. I did, but it was only recently. So like, this is going to sound stupid. I remember things I ordered a while ago that I'm expecting more than I remember things I ordered now, because I've not updated my spreadsheet. Like, whenever I go into like do my spreadsheets, I'll look at the list. So like, the longer it's on the list, the more times I've looked at it. And since I only just ordered this, I didn't realise it came out this early. I only just ordered this. It means that I've forgotten that I ordered it. I don't remember what this is, but I only ordered this maybe like a week or so ago. So like I was scrolling through Goodreads. I was scrolling through Waterstones, so I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember why I ordered it. So let's have a look at the synopsis. It says, "My name is not Kim, it's Kiamling. It means sword spirit. I was forged to cut down the undead. Demons and monsters aren't just in your storybooks. They walk among us." My eyes have gone blurry, I can't read. The O family serves the people of Hong Kong, blessing shrines, honouring the dead and dealing with dangerous monster incursions. The expectations on the eldest daughter, Kiamling, are high, which is not something her strict grandmother will let her forget. When the British disrupt the Hungry Ghosts Festival and her grandmother is seized by a strange new monster, Kiamling must step up and lead the search. She is aided by unexpected allies: Archie, an earnest civil servant; Hoi Gor, childhood sweetheart turned merchant pirate; and Jingling, her younger sister, keeping secrets of her own. Kiamling must find out who is behind the incursion and, more importantly, how to defeat them. When British fables mingling with local Chinese monsters... I don't think I said that right. With British fables mingling with local Chinese monsters, can Kiamling prove herself when the old rules no longer seem to apply? A family of demon hunters finds their hands full when A family of demon hunters finds their hands full when unfamiliar monsters start stalking the streets of Opium War era Hong Kong. Babel meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer in his fantasy adventure from the Modern Sunday. Times bestseller, Eliza Chan. That's what it was. So I really like... I've been finding that I really like Asian-inspired stories, especially East Asian-inspired stories. And loved Babel. Absolutely adored Babel, whatever you want to call it. Obviously I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm a millennial. It's just prescribed. And this mixes a lot of things that I like. So, and I'm getting into fantasy, I'm starting to get into fantasy, but this is the kind of fantasy that I tend to work better with. So it's urban fantasy, so it's Shadowhunter type thing where it's our world, but there's demons and stuff that come into it. Funnily enough, I am reading Shadowhunters, but yeah, this has got this has got so many things that I like, so I'm really excited to read this. I will obviously let you know how I get on. I really don't know what to expect with this. I've never read anything by this author before. Fathom Folk and Tideborn are the other two books. So if I really like this, I might be able to then go back to it, because I think Fathom Folk is a more fantasy world based thing. But in saying that, I really liked Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which is fully in a fantasy world. Oh, it's technically in our world, but it's not in our world, because it's the Chinese version of the gods' world is what it's set in. So it's from Chinese mythology, but it's not in our world. I know what I mean. Anyway, I'm very excited about this. I need to put this in my spreadsheet, and then hopefully I can get to it very soon. I mean, I've only got... I think I'm down to 19 books in my TBR, so, or 20 now that this is here. So I should hopefully get to it soon. Hello, it is Thursday. I'm just back from the hairdressers. Been to the nurse, been discharged from the nurse again with a caveat of call us if it splits again. We're getting ready to head to the vets. Hamish is just getting fed now. The door's open and the washing machine's on, so apologies if you can hear that. And I have another package. I know what this is. I had to go and look for what it is, because my orders don't come up with it on Waterstones, but they sent me a dispatch notice, so at least I knew what it was. And it is, ta-da, my paperback edition of Sunrise and the Reaping to match my paperback editions of the other books. Obviously this is I've got the original black Hunger Games trilogy, but then I've got the green, whatever the other one's called, with snow. Don't know what it's called, can't remember. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, thank you to the inside fold. So this is to match that. I do have my hardback edition up for sale on my Depop, so that will always be linked down below if you want a near pristine hardback. It's mainly got little, I think it's got just from delivery style marks or whatever. Anyway, oh my god, the printing on this is off. It's fine. But yes, Sunrise on the Reaping, I've already read this, so that's fine. But yeah, I like having the paperbacks. I bought the hardback out of FOMO, so yeah, like I say, it is on sale on my Depop, which is linked below, if you would like a hardback edition of Sunrise on the Reaping. I'm gonna go, like I say, I just wanted to pop on and open that for you, because we are, like I say, getting ready to go to the vet with Gala. Don't know what's gonna happen with her. This is kind of decision day. Are we going to keep trying, or are we going to just, is she been through too much to be able to recover, because she's now finished, or she should be finished antibiotics. She's got a last dose to take, and then like that should be hard, but she's just not. She's just standing there sleeping all the time. She's not eating on her own. He's having to syringe feed her water. She's not doing great. So we're going to see one last push if we can do anything. If not, we're going to make the humane decision, so that she's not suffering anymore if she's not going to recover. So, but if she's going to recover, we will fight for her. If she's not going to recover and she's just going to slowly die, we'll take the humane route, because it's not fair. So yes, I will probably update you on that later. So watch this space. The next clip will probably be the update of that. So if anybody, I don't know if we should say like trigger warning for anything, but yeah, I'll try and remember, but I might be too upset if something happens to her. I don't know. Hello, just a quick update to say that she came home with us. Gala came home with us. She's to go back to the vet tomorrow morning. They are going to knock her out so they can get her mouth open and try and scrape out as much of the gunk as they can and go from there. So here's hoping that that'll actually help, because she's just put wee things miserable. But yeah, the vet seems fairly, like if we can get the canker out, the vet seems fairly confident that she'll be okay. So here's hoping. Hello, it is a very warm, apparently, Friday. Yes, it's Friday. So I am, please excuse my hair. It's just, I've just had it back in a clip to eat food, because I don't like it, like, you know, the food. Anyway, I am getting ready to do some reading. I've got Father Material as my physical read, and then I've also been reading Devour Me on my Kindle. I've got the arc for that, which is why it's not showing the cover. So I am 22% through Devour Me, and I am 84 pages through Father Material. So far I'm really enjoying this. I really was sceptical about jumping back into this because it's been so long since I read the other ones, but it's very quickly brought me around, reminded me who everybody is. Like, it feels like it's not been that long since I read the other book, which is Husband Material. So yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying it so far. It's really funny. I always find these books really funny. We did also, it's been a busy day today. Hamish is just having a moment. I do have the fan on. I do. It's just, we know what he's like. So it has been a busy day today. So my alarm went off at 8 o'clock this morning. Oh wait, no, that wasn't an alarm. That was the builders. The builders blasting the radio. Like literally, they must have had like a radio. I'm just imagining like an old style boomboxy type radio turned as loud as it could be right at the end of our garden. We started off with the Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Then we had some Jackson 5. And then we had, you know, the song that they do, that they did in, I'm doing this and somebody knows what I'm talking about, in Pulp Fiction, but they also did it in Strictly, where they did the jive that I absolutely love. You know, the do 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 do, that one. So that also, so yeah, eventually I was like, at 8:30, I was like, I'm not going to get to sleep. But also, I needed my car. I didn't get a reminder for my MOT, because everything with this car has just been difficult. So I found out yesterday that I was due my MOT. And so I can't, like, it was like 7 o'clock at night, so I sent a form into the garage that I use, thank you, Kay. Sorry. And it's, Kay knows the guy, well, we both now do, but like Kay worked with the guy who works at the garage, his partner. they're no longer together. But Kay worked with her, and so we started using his garage because, like, we kind of knew him by proxy. And then I've been there so often with my car that I turn up and the guys are like, what is it now? What is it now?
Same though.
So I sent in a form asking to come in today, because it, like, I just asked you to click a day, and it let me click today. So I was like, gift horse mouth, not looking. And I got an email back at 8:30 when they opened, said just bring the car in just bring it in as soon as possible and we'll get it in for its MOT. So I went in and dropped it off. So that's leave the house to drop off at like 9 o'clock in the morning to drop off the car. Then we went and got Lauren rolls. I got Lauren rolls, she got bacon, and some coffee at this little breakfast place that I really, really like. I'm not going to tell you what it is because there's only one, and then everybody will know the village I live in, which is creepy. So went and got that, and then came home. And then after that, it was time to go drop Gala off at the vet for her surgery. So she then got back in the car, went to the vet, dropped off the chicken, came back, and then Kay deep cleaned the bathroom, and I did some editing, and then it was time to pick up the car because they close at 3. Passed its MOT, perfect. So we then got back in the car, went back, picked up the car, came back. Then it was time to pick up the chicken. You know, I had lunch first. Then we went to get Gala, came back. She was really woozy from the drugs that had been given to her. Pardon you.
I mean, talk about Gala burping.
Guys, she keeps burping as well when she's getting fed because she's obviously taking in air and she's going to eat because it's liquid feed. So yeah, then she came home and then Kay was like, right, let's feed her. And I was like, she's still woozy off the drugs. She might inhale it by accident. So we were like, right, okay. Decided to leave it till 5 o'clock when Hamish normally gets fed. Feed Hamish, feed the chicken. Then we all went for a nap because, like I say, 8 o'clock in the morning, we got woken up. So, and Hamish is always down for a nap. He's always down for a nap. So, I decided to go for a nap, and then when I woke up, because Douglas came downstairs, Kay was also asleep, so I was like, cool, we're all napping. And then after that, I couldn't get back to sleep, which was amazing. Because I'd only been asleep like half an hour or something, which is fine, but I was like aware. Anyway, so then Kay woke up, and then Hamish got fed, and then Gala got brought through, and she had some food, and she's a bit more lively. She decided at one point to tuck herself under Kay's armpit because she was done. She was like, I'm finished. Stop trying to force me to eat. So she then had a nap on Kay. And then had a wee 5-minute kip and then went, ooh, and woke up and was like looking around. So she got put back in her crate. Kennel is probably the right word.
It's her bed.
Her bed. And then, I went through, we've then had dinner. Oh, it's been a busy day. So then I went through, just at some point just to go to the toilet because she's in the bathroom. And she was tracking me, following me. And she had a wee cluck at me and she had a wee stretch, the wing went and the leg went, and then the opposite wing went and the leg went. And like I said, a wee cluck at me, and was actually responding to me. So that is the most she's been perked up, but she is on some strong painkillers. So we've now got antibiotics for her, different antibiotics because the other ones obviously just weren't working well enough. So we've got new antibiotics, we've got anti-inflammatory medication, and then we've got opioid medication to give to her. So she is going to be fleeing for a bit. Hopefully she picks up. She's got food available, she's got water available, so hopefully she starts eating on her own again. That would be the best thing, if she could eat on her own. And if she opens her eye, one of her eyes, I forget which one, the right eye is swollen shut because the canker was all on the inside of the palate of her beak and into her sinus, so it was blocking this sinus, which was then not allowing it to drain, and it was just swelling up. So she's got a swollen face this side and a sort of like our eyes are all teary and stuff because obviously sinuses are blocked. Imagine just having the worst head cold ever and it will not go away. So this eye's like shut because it's so swollen. And this eye's like glaring at you. But yeah, hopefully with the medication and the fact that the canker is now being surgically removed from the roof of her mouth, she'll start to turn around. So yeah. If that doesn't just sound like an exhausting day, and it's only 8 o'clock, which means somebody else will be needing his biscuits. But yeah, I am finally going to settle in and read some of my book. I really want to read DevourMe, but I really want to stick to reading like a physical book here and taking my Kindle to bed. So I'm going to at least read a chunk of this before I switch to DevourMe, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. I don't know why I was worried. Like, I stay saying like I don't think I'm a fantasy reader, although I am starting to enjoy fantasy. But DevourMe is a polyamorous relationship based book, although we've not nearly got into that yet, between a witch, a human, and a wraith. And I've not been doing very well with witchy stuff lately, but I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. I should not doubt Emily Rath. Still doesn't mean I'm going to read Whiskey and Sin though, because that's probably... Tori has now read Whiskey and Sin and has said that is outside of my comfort zone. So we'll probably not be reading that, but I'm just loving this book. I don't want to put it down. I'm having to put it down because my eyes are like this trying to read it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and get some reading done because really that's what needs to get done. I still have these two books, this book, I've got the ebook for that, which is why it's over here. So I've got The Midnight Train, The River She Became, Father Material, DevourMe, and the Glass Sword to read. Like, it's the 24th. I really need to like get my finger out if I am going to actually finish my TBR this month. Good evening, it is Saturday and I'm honestly getting ready to go to bed. It's only like 8:30, but I'm going to go to bed and read for a bit because I'm absolutely gubbed. I actually messaged the girls and said, is it too late to go to bed? And I was like, nope, early. And then I was like, I think I just answered my own question. So yeah, I'm currently charging my watch so I can track my sleep. I actually finished Father Material. As you can hear, I've got the machine on a spin so that I can put the stuff into the tumble dryer, and that way that's on and I can tick that off my list. I finished Father Material. This is 500 pages, like total, like 500 pages bang on, which that's so satisfying that it ends on like exactly 500 pages. But yes, this is the third book and I think the last book in the London Calling series, which follows Luke and Oliver, who at the start, the first book, Boyfriend Material, Luke is about to lose his job because his scumbag ex sells him out for not very much money to a sleazy magazine, and they kind of ruin Luke's reputation a bit because he is the son of two 80s rock legends, not real ones obviously, like made up ones, and so he is threatened at work with getting sacked unless he can sort out his image. And so to do that he ends up fake dating Oliver, who's a barrister and who is also having a time of sort of socially having a wee bit of a time of it because he is like one of the only single members of his friend group, and so they end up fake dating, and fake dating turns into very real dating in the first one, as you can imagine, and then it sees them through different phases of life. Second one's husband material, and this one obviously father material, and as you can see here is little Spud. I love Spud so much. He's so cute. I don't know what kind of dog Spud is, but he's cute, and so this was very, very interesting. I think this might be my favourite of all of the books because it's in the first book, Luke is really, really neurotic. Like the growth journey that Luke goes on in these books is like a roller coaster, which is great. Like, it's so authentic to, like, you don't just suddenly become better. You absolutely go up and down, up and down, up and down. But it's up and down but progressively getting better. And in this one he's absolutely not as much of a hot mess, but he's still a hot mess. And I really enjoyed it. I love this series. Again, this one is my favourite. And I can't believe that's finally it. Like, this book has been a very long time coming, and now it's done. I've read it, and I can look forward to putting it on the shelf beside its companions and ticking off that series. She says, but she doesn't actually have a series tracker because I forget to update those a lot. So I've just given up with series trackers. Otherwise, I am 30% through Devour Me. I'm on chapter 22, and my copy of the actual physical book should be... Oh, I turned that. Did you see that? That is criminally bright. My copy of this in paperback should actually be coming tomorrow because it's already been dispatched, even though it doesn't come out to the 30th. And it is currently the... I don't know, I don't have the date on me. 25th? Yeah, because my little sister's birthday was on Thursday. So the 25th. It shouldn't come out to the 30th, but obviously they've got copies and they've just send them out. So I'll be able to accurately track my pages on that. And next, physically, so I like to have a physical book, and either a physical book and a Kindle book and an audiobook, or at least a physical and a Kindle book going at the one time, because I can easily take this up to bed and I can like sit like this and read it where I can't hold a book normally. And then I like to have a physical book for sitting down here. So for that, I've just... It doesn't even... It's been on so many thick books that the elastic's like... it doesn't... Look how far over that goes. That's ridiculous. So the next physical book I will be reading is The Midnight Train by Matt Haig. This is the somewhat companion. Yeah, it's The Midnight Train. So this is set in the world of the Midnight Library, but it is not connected to the Midnight Library in the sense of like you need to read one to read the other. They're both standalones. They just so happen to be in this same world, if that makes sense. They're not companions, they literally just both have concepts of the afterlife. And so in this one, I believe it is a man who is looking back over certain moments of his life on this train, and that's all I really know about it. The Midnight Library follows a woman who tries to take her own life because she feels like she's failed as a person, as a cat mum, etc., and goes to the Midnight Library where she's allowed to go into different choices she would have made and see what the outcome of that choice would have been if she'd made it differently. Whereas this is a man at the end of his life reminiscing on things and also looking at choices. It's very Christmas Carol quoted. It actually has a quote from the start, a quote at the start from the Christmas Carol. So that's what I'm expecting. As to see, I've heard people say he's not a very likeable character, but that's fine. I don't need my characters to be likeable to like the story. So yes, I'm going to go upstairs to read Devour Me in a minute. I'm going to go put that stuff in the tumble dryer. And I'm going to go up and read Devour Me because I've really struggled putting this book down, but I've been trying to strictly keep myself to reading that upstairs. So, is this partially why I'm going to bed at 8:30? Quite possibly. But I can't explain to you how tired I am right now. I am so tired. Like, I had the most vivid dreams last night. I'm gonna have to get more water. I had the most vivid dreams last night that kept waking me up, and the last dream I had before I woke up was that I had been kidnapped by, I want to say, a serial killer, and it was me and Ariana Grande, but as Kat from Victorious. Is it Victorious? Because I'd been watching someone review, like someone on YouTube who I follow, who's a voice teacher. She was watching episodes of Victorious, trying to like sort of review the singing bits. But obviously she's in Victorious, so like that's obviously why she was in my head. And I want to say someone, I don't know who, I remember her because I remember the red hair, and someone else. Me and these other two girls were like, had been kidnapped by this guy. So that's what I woke up from. So yeah, great sleep. Anyway, I'm gonna go get that switched over and get to bed. Hello, it is Sunday. I don't think I've updated today at all. I don't even remember if I updated yesterday. I've got a migraine coming on and I can see it in my face. I can see. I can see it. I've had some aspirin and I'm just sort of powering through it at the moment, which, you know, probably not the best way to deal with it. I have also finished The Midnight Train by Matt Haig. I didn't enjoy it as much as The Midnight Library, but I think The Midnight Library, it kind of got, like, I read it at a point where I was feeling, The Midnight Library that is, I read it at a point where I was feeling really down, and it just hit right for me. This is slightly different, I think, possibly because I have more in common with Nora than I do with Wilbur, in the sense that Wilbur's at the end of his life and he's 81 and like he's lived a life and he's dying, like he dies and he's going back to look over his life, basically to review it. And so like I'm obviously not there yet, whereas Nora still had life to live and she was learning that lesson. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed the kind of twists and turns that it took. It was interesting to see what points of his life got picked up. And yeah, I generally just really enjoyed this. I think it looked at a lot of, like, it took snippets to look at a lot of, obviously it's looking at his whole life, but you know, it starts off, he's born in like 1945 and Sheffield, where he lives, is in a state because it's been bombed by the Nazis, and his dad died in the war, and you know, life is not great, and it sets up his brother to have a not great teenagehood and adult life. And you see the way that things cascade, you see, you know, the flap of the butterfly's wing as it is, as it, I don't think I'm making sense, but like, you see the ripple, you see the start of the ripple of how things will progress. And it's so interesting to think, like, there's a point in this as well where they make the point that, like, the life you're living right now is the good old days, and sometimes we don't appreciate the good old days until they're the good old days and they're not the, you know, the current days. We need to start appreciating it now. What was it? There's a really good chapter heading. There we go. Live how the dead would if only they'd had the chance. So it's talking about, like, not letting your life just go by you and actually stopping to appreciate, you know, the whole stop and smell the roses thing. Actually appreciating the now, not just wishing it away. And it's really funny because I do think about that when I think about being a teenager and a child. Like, I just wanted to be older, I just wanted to be an adult, I just wanted to be, like, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. Whereas now I would love to go back to, like, the summers that I had as a child, the times that, like, obviously not everything was perfect, but like the nostalgia I feel for those summers when I was a child, when I used to be able to just run around in the sun, and like, I remember the pavements, it got so hot that the pavements got sticky, but it wasn't the hell that we have now. But yeah, like, I didn't appreciate at the time, like, what I was living through as a child, and I feel like we tend to push forward so much that we don't stop to appreciate the now. And I think we all need a reminder from time to time that we need to stop and we need to appreciate life for what it is. Obviously, like right now, not appreciating this, but like the fact that I am married and have a house that I own and a dog and even the chicken, and you know, there are so many things that I can stop and appreciate, and I feel like take for granted quite a lot. So yeah, it's a nice reminder. It's always a nice reminder. Diary wise, I'm 41% through. My own copy should be coming, my paperback copy should be coming soon, because I got the dispatch notice, so I'm assuming because it's Sunday it'll probably come tomorrow. I'll need to double check the Royal Mail email, but yeah, I got a dispatch notice, right, even though it doesn't come out to the 30th. So I'll be able to update my pages more accurately that way, but I'm going to continue to read it. I'm so enjoying it, honestly. I'm struggling to put it down. Like, I'm having to, like, force myself to put it down when my eyes just will not, like, I can't actually see the words anymore, and that's when I'm putting it down, because I'm enjoying it so much. Unfortunately, I'm dreaming of it in various ways, which is not great. Like, I feel like I'm being, like, I dream that I'm being followed, or I dream that, like, there's something there that I can't see, which is so funny, because in the Midnight Library, it, like, when he's viewing parts of his past life, he does have moments where, like, it's like he has these moments where, like, at the start, it starts off him and his wife on his honeymoon, and when he's there, he hears this voice, and he's like, oh my god, what was it like? That was so weird. And he feels like he's being watched and stuff like that. So, yeah, that sensation of being watched, I've been getting that quite a lot. Waking up in the middle of the night, feeling like you're being watched is not fun. So hopefully that stops soon. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I think I'm gonna watch The Martian. I've been wanting to rewatch it since I watched Project Hail Mary. I just forget what streaming service it's on, so I'm gonna have to go find that as well. I also want to rewatch Project Hail Mary, but I want to rewatch The Martian first. Don't know why, I just do. I also now have seen a couple of people talk about He-Man. Didn't realise it was out on Prime yet, so I want to watch that. It's got Nicholas Gulzine. I don't know how to quite remember how to pronounce his surname. Who is in Red, White and Royal Blue, which I also kind of want to rewatch, but I still prefer the book. I'm getting down the rabbit hole, and also I've got a nosebleed, but it's like just totally off tangent. It's just because it thingied behind, like in the palate sort of thing, rather than in the main bit of my nose. I felt it, but I felt whatever it was actually burst this morning, because the pressure in my head is like the same sort of pressure I'm feeling. The pressure in my head got so high that I actually felt it go, and it's like, you know, that painful sensation when you've accidentally inhaled something through your nose, and once it's out, you've still got that like feeling. That's what my nose feels like, but I can tell it's at the back. But it's also like there's obviously blood running down my like the back of my throat, and it's making me feel really nauseous. So that's great. That's been going on since this morning, which is amazing. But yeah, I think I said the other day, I think I'm coming down with something. Like, my throat's been funny, my nose has now been funny. I don't feel good, generally speaking. My joints hurt. Like, I think I'm coming down with some kind of cold or viral thing, which has been a long time since I've had a virus, so apparently I'm due. Upside, I do also only have 2.5 books left on my TBR, because I'm 40% through Devour Me. So I have The River She Became, which is now in this cover, which, you know, you see that it's a lot better, this binding. But this isn't, I don't think this is very long. 395 pages. So 100 pages longer than the book I've just read in one sitting. And then I've got Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard, which is book 2 to the Red Queen series. If anything, this is the one that I might put off if I decide not to finish it, just because, I don't know, this is the one that I'm like not keen to get to it, but like I put this on because I read the first one last month, not because I'm like, oh, I want to read that. Like, I can wait till next month to read it. It's not gonna kill me. And if I read all my books, it'll be 16. But like, I've read a lot of books. But yes, I've only got the last 60% of Devour Me, Glass Sword, and The River She Became, and I've got this on KU. So I'll be reading this physically, and then finishing this, and then going on to this on my Kindle. So that is the plan. Anyway, I'm going to go and close up this vlog, find The Martian, and watch it. So if you want to let me know what you were here, but you don't want to leave a long comment, if you leave me some kind of train related emoji, I'll leave that up to you if you just want to leave a train or get, you know, imaginative with it. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully I'm not ill. Bye.